all the disrespect before you play back. Button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful morning of buttons that need to be checked. Thank you guys for tuning in one more time. We got a hot one, man. You know this whole EVO debate has been boiling over. We covered it as it happens a couple of days ago, but now everybody's kind of had a chance to react, and Sajam has come out, and he's not holding nothing back. He is not holding nothing back. Matter of fact, I got a word from Brian F, Maximilian. They did an interview. There's a whole bunch. We're about to cover it. So links down below also for their full content. Let's check out the highlights and let's go. All right, now into them first set of EVO is cannibalizing the FGC. Buttons that need to be checked. We talking about Sajam himself released this video just yesterday, and to the point where he was catching some shit. He was speaking his mind, and his own chat was talking shit mad at the opinions that he was sharing. So once again, link down below for the whole video. We're just gonna cover some highlights. Then afterwards, we're gonna go to Brian F talking to Maximilian. Let's get it.
Basically, the plan is EVO gets purchased and then EVO swallows all events in the ecosystem that are not EVO. This is just dire. It's kind of what I expected, you know, when I mentioned that like the plan was going to be to dilute and make it basically so that only the stuff that they own matters. It's not even just like let's kill EVO and make EWC matter. It's just like let's muscle out every other possible event on the year by just sticking the EVO logo on a million different tournaments and being like, isn't it cool that we own everything? And
how do y'all feel about that? Talking about muscle, I didn't even think about that. So there's so many EVOs during the year now. What is there, like 9 or 10? And they said more to come as well. Keep that in mind. But anyway, for now, where are all the other events? Now, not like we're just like have crazy events stacked on top of each other, but still, Sajam is like, it seems like they're muscling out everything to the point where EVO is going to be the thing that you have to look forward to basically every month, and it's going to be scattered.
We will send 5 PlayStations to your local, don't worry. Like the only thing to be excited about is if you're like, yo, there's going to be an EVO in Brazil, let's go. I get to go to an EVO in my country, hell yeah. Every other part of this is hard to be excited about, I think. They bought EVO and then we're like, cool, now that we own the biggest thing in the scene, why don't we just own the scene? If you're thinking about running a tournament in the year 2027, what are you going to do? When are you going to place your event on the calendar? Like CB and CEO, the people who work on them and own them are already working at EVO. They can maybe plan their events around EVO, and maybe they're big enough to like exist around it. But like, I don't know what you do if you're trying to run stuff. Why would you want to run a fighting game tournament if there could be an EVO the same weekend as yours? You essentially like suffocate any calendar time away from like other events to grow. It's not on accident. The reason I'm speaking about this way because it's the truth. The reason this exists is very clear. You can choose not to say what it is, but we all know why there's 9 EVOs a year. It's not about prestige. They don't care about prestige. They want to own the entire year, therefore the entire tours, therefore all of the competitive output of fighting games is their own. They want the ownership. It's what they've done to like every other thing in sport. The money is in viewership. I don't know how to break it to you, but the money is not in viewership. The money is just in the money. They just own the money. They're not making money doing this. They're burning money, but they don't care. They're spending capital to gain social capital and control over a space and like an ecosystem. They're like not expecting to make a return on this. It's not like Vegas, Japan, and Europe EVOs are making them so filthy rich that running 9 a year is going to make them the most profitable company on the planet. The competition is infinite money by like Saudi-backed Qiddiya through Evolution versus John Fighting Game, who's running an event out of his own pocket in a place. There is no competition, and there's like a pretty clear adversary here. And the unfortunate reality is like everyone's gonna go. Like all the commentators are like, I get paid to do EVO once a month. You know how much money that is? Like all the people who work on the events, all of the competitors who like get to fly around the world and go to all these events, like they have to go.
Yeah, so check that out. That was the reason why I brought up Maximilian's name in Brian F, because what Max had already said, he didn't want to be a part of EVO, that he'll still watch it, maybe even stream it, but he can't represent it like that because the direction that it's headed in, and we'll get more on that in a second. Sajam has always been very outspoken. Now he's basically like, all my opportunities in this FGC are shrinking because it's like they're kind of taking everything away to where it goes against my morals. But he also says, the sad thing is everybody's gonna go. All these commentators, pro players, they're gonna go. And truth be told, when I was looking at responses after this announcement, a lot of the responses that you saw, the people that were pro for all of this happening, it was either the FGC community overseas, like the ones that were like, oh, hell yeah, we're living in Brazil and we actually get to go to this. This is amazing for us. You all got to understand that we don't get to travel to tournaments. So obviously that was a given, and I completely understand that. But a lot of the other ones were the pros and were the commentators. It was the talent. It was the people that are directly going to benefit from this move. So why wouldn't they be for it? They're going to get more gigs. They get a chance to do this full time. There's going to be way more sponsorships. Now it's probably going to come and go like it always does in esports, but still there's more growth, more opportunities. So people that benefit directly from that are probably going to be a little bit more pro, yes, we're in favor of EVO growing. Again, that's not me saying it's right or it's wrong. I'm just simply telling you that's what I'm seeing so far.
I turn down more money for shit like this a year than most people in the space make. Why fuck me for? I'm just telling you the truth. I don't know. I'm very straightforward. I just tell you my honest breakdown of things. Confident are we? What do you mean? Like that I'm telling you the truth? I'm just telling you how I feel. I'm very confident. How do we know that though? What do you mean? I'd be there if I wasn't. What do you mean? Are you fucking high? It was a good run.
All right, so we'll stop it right there. Once again, link down below so y'all can check it out. He basically sums it up by saying it was a good run. It was a good run. It had some hype moments. I commentated some of the best matches, but I can't be a part of it anymore. And you heard the chat. Some of them were like, fuck you. Some were like, confident are we? And he was like, yo, I'm just telling you like I see it. Through the past years, I haven't agreed with everything that Sajam has always said. I've never met him. I don't know the guy, never shared a damn DM with him, nothing. But he does make some interesting points here, you know, and if they are filling up the calendar with all EVOs, and now EWC is probably going to be the most prestige thing, why wouldn't it be? It's just one. There's only one, and it has the biggest payouts. EVO has never had close to the biggest payouts. So is now EVO going to be the new World Warrior? Is it going to be like all the point system throughout Cap Cup or, you know, through the CPT? And it's going to be like the point system roadmap to get to EWC. And I did think it was funny what he said in this video. He was like, if you have a problem with it, don't worry, because we'll send your local 5 PlayStations. Because there was a point in the announcement that was like, we're gonna give local support and stuff. So he's like, it just feels like it was a PR move that they were thinking, shit, some people might feel some type of way about this. So let's put some stuff, let's put some fluff, right? Some stuff about locals and awareness to make people think that, hey, this is for them and not for us. Once again, this is Sajam's point of view. You can see his chat didn't all agree with him, but I do think he had some very interesting points. Link down below so you can catch the full thing. Now, going over to Brian F when he interviewed Maximilian, they actually bring up this same point. Brian was like, yo, I have a fear that that esports is killing itself with like the Street Fighter 6 division of esports, and I don't know why. And my whole concern, like I just have a bad feeling of the way things are steering. Max actually chimes in and it eventually gets to the EVO topic. Check it out.
I just feel like the pillar that we've had of, like, I mean, esports has always been fake money. It's venture capitalist money before, now it's Saudi money now. It's always been funny money with no return.
For sure.
That personally has been very disheartening to me, where I feel like not only are the games not getting updated from like the bigs like Tekken and Street Fighter titles, at the same time, I feel like the esports divisions are killing themselves for no reason, for I don't know what reason. And then, so like, I think this has been, and then EVO itself is now part of the Saudi empire. It's like there's a whole shitstorm of things happening all at once, where it feels like the old guards of things that kept FGC running are kind of potentially about to implode or are dependent on this external source that can pull the funding at any moment, and it all collapses.
I don't want to get around that. So I want to avoid being officially involved in things that are quite literally geopolitical entities that are involved in fighting game things now. So it's just like, yeah, I'm just disconnected. I'll still watch it and enjoy it. And I'm happy it's happening for players. Like, people are going to get paid way more money. I'm happy for the people that are working there because they're also going to get paid more money for things, most likely. However, I think we see where this is going, and the same concern you have is the same concern I have. I am just naturally wary of something going into the things that I love and just being like, gotcha, we're here now. Because it's just going to take everything over. So what happens when they don't become interested? Or what happens when it's not profitable? Can we like go back on the old resourceful locals majors, you know, can we go back to final round and all this kind of stuff? Like, no, like those all got eaten up. Like the majority of those and how the way old things operate was effectively consumed, because it outgrew into this big entity that sort of like that now exists. So what happens when that entity doesn't exist? The bubble pops, and it's like we have to pretty much start from the beginning again. You have to start from the ground up. So I don't like that. Just throwing that out. I don't necessarily like that. I think things will be fine overall, but the reason Capcom is doing what they're doing is because esports isn't making enough money. Like that's the only reason that they would do such a weird ass decision. Like you're pretty much admitting the fact that there's going to be no trailer for the next character. Like almost admitting like you don't care that anybody isn't watching live. You just care that people are paying. Like that isn't the point of like releasing big trailers for games and shit, man. So that bums me out.
All right, so how y'all feeling about that? He was talking about, I think we could see where this is all going. I have the same concerns as you, and it seems like, yes, the bubble can pop. And if that's true, which we've heard that before, we start over. But I guess that's the scary part is how, if there is a pause on the big tournaments that we know and love, you know, your CEOs, and the only reason why I say CEO too is because Jabali, Mr. CEO, is already working with them, and he's their help, like he's like the main to-go guy setting up the EWC and stuff like that when it comes to the setups and brackets and all that stuff. So like since they're already like kind of working together, it's not too far-fetched to think that maybe CEO becomes a part of all this. I mean, it's not too far-fetched to think that everything will change because everything has already changed. So if that all becomes one and the same, like they just keep soaking up more and more, and then it pops. It's not like, oh, well, they're gone now. Hey, let's turn the music back on so we can party. No, it's like, fuck. We kind of took that money and we like messed up the way we do stuff and everything got unorganized. So now to go back to that, we got to like rehire people. We got to plan, like it's going to take a lot just to build this back up. It's not that just easy as like, oh, they left so the lights went off. Hey, somebody else plugged some shit in. That's my thinking anyway. It's like, yes, we can in theory just start over, but what the fuck does start over mean? What I'm trying to say is it's going to be easier said than done once the bubble pops, if the bubble pops. These are perspectives, and these are pretty huge perspectives because we're talking about big names like Sajam, Maximilian, and Brian F. All three of them of which is like, I don't like this, and I don't like the way it's going. But those are their perspectives. How about y'all? I took a poll the other day on Button Check, and the highest one, let me see if I could pull it up. So I was like, okay, so what's the verdict now with 100 EVOs, right? I was like, FGC is about to thrive more than ever. It's bad since basically everything is owned with Saudi. Only time would tell. We should just play it out. And then it's now set up that EWC will be the most prestigious thing. The highest vote is only time will tell. We should just play this thing out. And that was by 44%. So far, looks like the community's kind of split, but some are optimistic. How y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is one more time, Butt Check family. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. This, once again, crazy ass times that we find ourselves in, don't we? Never in a million years. Never in a million years would I have ever have guessed that by 2026, we would be staring down the barrel of 25 EVOs. You know what I'm saying? A whole EVO circuit around the world, Saudi owning up everything, EWC being the most prestigious thing that we have. Now we still got CPT. Obviously, CPT is still there, but does that even change? Does it become part of the global monster, or not the esports monster, I should say? I don't know. It's already doing esports type shit, you know what I'm saying? So once again, these are all guesses. Feels kind of wonky. How y'all feeling? Either way, I appreciate the love. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know somehow, some way, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
And that word is esports. What the hell is esports? I worked in esports, and I still don't know what the hell esports really is. But I can tell you what I do know about esports. And it is changing the way people, and this is people that I personally know, it's changing the way they respond. They're changing who they are and trying to mold themselves into something that's accepted by this thing called esports. I have also noticed that esports is taking the integrity out of competition. I have also noticed that esports has allowed big money, brands, and etc. coming into this game just to buy in because they see a quick fad, a quick opportunity to turn around and make a buck, all at the expense of players, organizers that have been giving their life for this. And what do they get out of it? So for me personally, I feel this is an insult to everything that I've done for so long. I can't do it. I can't support anything that I see anymore. So for you guys watching, I hope you do enjoy it, and I hope you find great entertainment out of it, because that's good. That's all that matters at the end of the day. For me, I am going to be signing out.